a podcast where we talk about video games and tired piece of PSX.
Yeah.
And his friend, aka Blue Up. I'm here with my man Rick, aka I Do Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
Today is a great cloudy day. Isn't it?
No, it is not.
Okay.
Some clouds.
But yeah, just being around Anaheim, it's pretty awesome. Like knowing that everything, all the excitement down the street, like Disneyland and M&M Donuts, which man, we
gotta go tonight.
Yeah, tonight, because I know that line gets really hectic. For those blueberry donuts, but oh yeah, we gotta bring cash, by the way. And yeah, just I'm pretty exhausted from PSX. I think it was because we've been standing in line since
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock
in the morning. Yeah.
And then we had like awkward sleeps, like. But yeah, definitely. It's really awesome. I think. Since we've been here last year, the expectations for, at least for me, was really sky high and skyrocketed. But yeah, we'll just talk about that later. But
the disappointment in your voice already.
No, it's not disappointment.
It's hurting my feelings, dude.
No. There is one though that is like, yeah, but could be better. But I'm just like glad I'm hanging out with the boys and hanging out with the people too, with all of our friends and all that. Even though we barely saw them, I need to go visit
we need
them.
to find them again.
Yeah, because I know they're playing games and I just got my butt kicked in one of the games by them. So yeah.
But yeah, man. No, this is a special episode. I think this is the first time we're recording this together.
Yeah,
we're like in the same room.
Yeah.
Usually we're talking to each other on Skype and shit. I can record in my underwear and stuff, but not today. In fact, I'm fully bundled up because someone decided to make the hotel room 40 degrees.
I know. Why is the temperature even able to get to that temperature?
40 degrees?
Like, who designs this?
No, we really came from PSX. We're staying at the Marriott, by the way. Just right outside the Anaheim Convention Center. And we came straight from PSX. I wasn't wearing a jacket. It was nice, temperate weather.
Yeah.
Came in here and it was legitimately a fucking refrigerator.
Exactly. I left my food out because I knew it was a refrigerator in here.
It did. And you had bread and it got all hard.
Yeah,
it's so cold
it was cold and frozen. I'm like, what the fuck?
But we amended it and we're sitting at a cool 69 degrees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we can chill. We're just taking a break and taking a break from the games and the excitement of PSX to record this special episode for everybody. You're going to get our live, unfiltered reactions to what we've experienced this morning, I guess, right?
Woo, yeah.
A little bit this afternoon of PSX. But before that, some other crazy, crazy stuff happened this week. Mega Man, 11 got announced? And it's like some anime cel-shaded, whoa, dude, I can't talk. Cel-shaded Mega Man, which is, I guess, has people excited. It's funny, they had a timeline showing every year they released a Mega Man, and for 5 years there was no Mega Man released, and it was just Mega Man running. That's all those years and shit, dude. I was like, oh, that's awkward, man.
Damn.
But I guess it's been a long time coming. They had that indie developer came out with Mighty Number 9 that had a successful Kickstarter, but in the end didn't live up to
everyone's super hyped expectations.
Yeah. It was supposed to be the replacement for Mega Man that hasn't been around in a long time, and it just shit the bed, and everybody hated themselves for donating money to it, essentially, dude.
I feel bad for the guy that paid $10,000 to have dinner with him and fly out to oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
this
dude.
is a shit game.
No, what do you do? What do you do after you're so disappointed? You're like, I don't even want to come here, man.
Oh shit! Oh my god.
Because I don't know too. Unless the goal was met on Kickstarter, he wouldn't have to pay. So what if he paid the $10,000? Like, this is never gonna reach its goal, and it reaches its goal, and he's like, oh no, I just have to pay now, dude. So that's exciting for Mega Man fans. I mean, I'm really looking forward to Mega Man Legends coming back.
Oh,
That's that 3D
is
one
it? Yeah,
on
love Mega
PlayStation
Man Legends.
OG,
Yeah.
dude. If they bring that back, that's gonna be dreams right there.
Yeah.
But just this new Mega Man, the fact that Capcom is paying attention to it again, brings my hopes a little bit up. Then maybe they can bring back that Tron Bond stuff too.
Yeah.
Where you can play as the bad guys. What else? Curse of Osiris came out this week on Destiny. I did jump in and play for a little bit.
Did you watch the trailer?
No. Oh no! But the opening cinematic for Curse of Osiris, I guess, is the trailer.
Oh.
I was tripping out. I was like, "Oh man!" Spoiler alert! Oh man, they're in the vault of glass. Oh wait, he froze time and he's walking around with people in the vault of glass.
Yeah.
So that was super sick. That made me nostalgic. I wanted to play vault of glass right then and there. Dude.
Oh yeah,
you know,
dude.
But unfortunately, that's stuck in Destiny 1, and they're never bringing it.
Damn.
God damn it. But anyway, apparently they raised the level cap. I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
So
To what
I just
level?
25 to level 25.
Oh shit.
Guess how long it took me to get to level 25?
Probably in a day.
No, like 2 hours.
What? Holy fuck,
So there's
dude.
a EXP buff, a coin that you can use as an EXP buff. So we turned on that, and then I was running around just with Anthony doing heroic public events. And since they patched the game, you're not in an instance by yourself. There's like 4 or 5 people in there, and you finish heroic public events in 2 seconds now. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
And it's half a level that you get every time.
Yeah.
So it's just leveled up super quick. They raised the power level too. They added some new armor, weapons, exotics. The craziest one is a Prometheus lens. Is that what it's called? Okay, no, it is. Because there was a joke. I was making sure. So it's a trace rifle, which is like the Cold Heart. You know, the Cold Heart is that blue laser.
The blue laser one?
Yeah, so this one is a laser as well, but it's a red laser.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a joke on Reddit saying, oh, if it's called the Cold Heart, why isn't this one called the Heart Burn?
Oh,
right?
That's pretty smart,
right? That's super clever. Bungie did not jump on that joke at all.
Oh, damn.
So the Prometheus lens, the reason we bring this one up specifically is because it's broken in PvP.
Oh, is
like,
it?
On the level of Vex Mythoclast.
Uh-huh.
Like, you shoot someone and you just concentrate the laser on them for maybe 3 seconds and they're dead.
Jeez.
And the even more broken part is Zur is selling it this weekend.
Really?
So when I was coming up here to PSX, we all met up at Anthony's house, and I came straight from work, and I heard the news while I was at work. So I told Anthony when I got to his house, I was like, hey, let me sign into PSX so I could buy this gun. So I bought the gun, and, we were waiting for Rick to come through. So I took some time to play through a PvP match. Holy shit, dude.
Everyone was using that? Oh, my God.
People weren't using it at first, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, dude, whatever, I just bought the gun. I want to use it while it's still hot in the streets. So I was running around and using it and murdering people, dude. Like, I would be running down a hall, someone would shoot me twice. I would literally turn on them and melt them and kill them, dude.
Oh
before they could
God.
finish me up. It's so broken. And then halfway through the game, I think 2 people left. 2 other people joined, and by the end of the game, everybody on the other team was using that same gun too to try and counteract what I was doing, dude.
Keeping the trend alive.
Yeah, and here's the kicker. The game mode we were playing is Supremacy, and we reached the score limit with 3 minutes left on the clock still.
Wow.
If you've ever
Holy
played
crap,
Supremacy on Destiny 2, you know you never reach the score limit. Time always runs out. But we were killing so many people with this fucking laser, dude, that we reached the score limit. It's fucking broken, man.
Holy crap.
So that's good times. Curse of Osiris, Destiny, Bungie, they're treading water right now with midget feet. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for them at all, dude. They need to work really hard the next couple months. Either that or make the next holiday event really worth it.
I think what happened was, like, in Destiny 1, the story felt, like, kind of open,
Mm-hmm.
Like, open-ended, kind of like a cliffhanger, but we're always, like, getting more content to explore new things and expand the story, the universe.
Mm-hmm.
But then what happened when number 2 came out? They came out with a story, and then things kind of just like ended. Like they kind of gave us a closure that we were not, I don't know, expecting, and we don't know what to do with it. So that's why, like, after it, we're like, okay, what do we do now? Like, what's our purpose? I thought it's like supposed to be, keep fighting these forces of evil and all that, but after all that fighting, I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, right. Because they make Callus seem like the most badass thing in the galaxy, like, taking down the Traveler and all that stuff, and then you kill him in a bullshit boss fight. Shoot him with regular guns and hide around corners while he's raining all the supers at you.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I don't know, man. They need to pick up the pace.
Tentacle monsters, that's what they need.
Like Starbound?
Yeah! Oh, shoot.
Dude, what if there was... You remember that gun I got in Starbound where I shoot and it's a bunch of tentacles that shoot out?
Oh, yeah!
What if they had that in Destiny, dude? Dude,
everybody's gonna be using it.
Tentacles and shit. If you get hit by it, you have to slow down.
Oh, like, no! It's gonna get me in my butt!
Oh my fucking god, dude.
No.
That'd be so funny.
The internet would break that shit.
But yeah, man, it's gotten so bad. Last year at PSX, Destiny was the first thing I ran to. You know what I mean? And this year, I'm not even checking. I didn't even notice.
I know. I keep checking my phone. I'm like, oh yeah, Destiny's here. I forget.
We walked around that thing. It must have been like 2.5 times, and we didn't see shit.
Holy crap! I didn't even see it. Is there? Where's the booth at? Like in the center?
Yeah. Maybe Bungie's trying to keep a low profile, man.
Oh,
they know everybody's gonna come through and like try to throw water balloons or fucking things at them or something, man. So they're trying to keep a low profile.
So when's your next stream? When are you
gonna apologize, guys? What are you gonna explain what's happening? Shit.
Shoot.
So after all that, at the beginning of this crazy weekend, was the Game Awards.
Yeah,
there were
pretty cool.
a lot of announcements, and we had some stuff on the line. But first, we'll go over the announcements that happened that really blew our minds. And before the show even starts, Jeff Keighley, the host of the show, says, "Oh, we have something special coming out from these guys in Japan. Let's take a look." And all of a sudden, the screen turns black, and it pops up, and there's like this bone with some string around it, and it's like flexing.
Oh, yeah.
There's like some Japanese writing in the background, some kanji or something like that. Screen goes black, and it says Shadows. It doesn't say Bloodborne. I wish, and that's still a possibility. But screen turns black, it says Shadows Die Twice. You're thinking to yourself, what the Shadows Die Twice? Okay, that's cool. And then, boom! From Software pops on the screen. I damn near, my body got cold. I was like, oh no, dude, it's happening. We're getting it, dude. We're getting Bloodborne 2 because the font that they printed that Shadows Die Twice thing in is like really similar to the Bloodborne font. And yeah, dude, I teared. I thought it was happening, right? But then after it says From Software, there's nothing. It goes back to Jeff Keighley. You're like, I don't want to see this, dude. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the trailer. What are we doing, dude?
I think you sent me that video like 3 times to make sure I watched it.
Oh man, it's amazing, man. Especially since Bloodborne has become like my favorite game, dude.
Oh, you know yeah, I mean? Dude. Like, you still gotta beat that Lawrence boss.
I know, dude. It's so funny that when you explained earlier, we're playing Starbound a lot, and it's peaceful. We get to build houses, farm, mine, collect minerals and stuff. It's like de-stressing from getting our asses kicked by Lawrence that many times.
I think I got so stressed I got like 6 pounds just playing video games.
Trying to beat Lawrence, man.
Oh, man.
We'll get him, though. Yeah. But Bloodborne 2, it's not finalized or confirmed or anything like that, man. The hopes are there. Since they mentioned Shadows Die Twice, people are thinking it's going to be Shadow Tower, which was a From Software game back on like PlayStation 1. And it was like a first-person dungeon crawler.
Was it good?
Like I don't know, man. I wasn't checking for it, man. When people said Shadow Tower, I didn't even look at the Wikipedia link, dude. I just know it's a first-person like dungeon crawler on PlayStation 1. So it looks like really, really, really bad.
Yeah, I got a 5.9.
Oh no, dude.
Why are they gonna remake this?
But you know what? in the recent console generations, they have been killing it. So
True.
who knows? Maybe this isn't the game we want or deserve, but it's the game we need. Maybe they could be the Batman of the video game universe. They could get the heroes we don't deserve but need, man.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And plus, back when we watched the Video Game Awards, we always had hope. Oh, hey, the PlayStation conference is the night after this. Maybe they'll reveal more, right?
Exactly.
So that just kept the hype up. We were holding our breath and we were just waiting for that PlayStation Experience press conference, man. You know?
Yep.
Also announced a game called In the Valley of the Gods, which is made by Campo Santo, the same people that made Firewatch. And that game was great. I played through it.
How was the story?
The story's good. It's really good. All the good people that wrote the first season of Walking Dead on Telltale, they left Telltale and made Campo Santo, and they made Firewatch. So it's great writing. Really, really great writing.
Game recommendation already.
Be forewarned, it is... I hate to say it. Like, I don't even like when games are called walking simulators, but it's kind of a walking simulator, you know? But I think the purpose of those is just to get immersed in a story. You know, it's a different way of, like, experiencing a story, just like with all video games, so...
Yeah.
But there are some puzzles and things you have to figure out in it, but the story and the revelations in it are great. If you can ever find it for less than $10, Firewatch, for sure. But looking forward to that. I'm always a sucker for great stories in video games, so that one's a winner for me already. Breath of the Wild DLC it didn't get announced. We knew it was coming. We just didn't know when. So they came out with another trailer and showed Link.
Oh yeah, go ahead and explain.
Oh, okay. Well, wait, you didn't watch it, huh?
Nah, I minimized that.
Okay, no.
No, we can talk about that. We can talk about that.
Oh, you already read it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. I'll watch it even right in the middle of our podcast.
R.I.P. man, I just totally spoiled Zelda for Rick.
No.
Well, no, you're gonna get a horse. You knew you were gonna get a horse in that game.
Yeah, we have to get a horse eventually.
Okay. So, anyways, in this DLC trailer, Link is riding a fucking motorcycle horse, just like in Mario Kart, isn't he? He's in Mario Kart riding that motorcycle.
Link?
Yeah, Link.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Spoiler for Mario Kart 2. Shit. Just ruining your Switch experience, bro.
Oh, shit.
But, yeah, man. And not only did they show the trailer for the new Breath of the Wild DLC, they announced that it's dropping that night, dude.
Damn.
So the night after you watch the trailer, you can go on your Switch and download that DLC.
Oh, my God. I got to get a Switch, guys.
Dude, same here, dude. Same here. It's hurting my heart.
Switches, you know, like you just stand in line and you're like expecting all of these people to be playing Vita at a PlayStation convention, but all you see is everybody in their Switches with their Switches, and I'm like, oh, cool, you know, I can be part of them. So, like, I bust out my 3DS, and I'm like, oh, wait, you know, I'm not part of it. Yeah! And I feel like, you know, like, kind of like a peasant because, like, they're playing Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart, and all that. And here I am on my 3DS still playing Mario.
Not even that. Rick is trading puzzle pieces. The other means.
I'm doing the street pass. I'm like, I think I'm cool, you know?
I know. Dude, even when we got in line today for the PlayStation store, there was that guy in front of us playing on his Switch, and someone walks by the line and says, hey, that's not a Vita. You remember that?
Yeah, he was like trying to hide.
And then he goes, oh, I forgot my Vita at home. And then he said, like, oh, I think PlayStation forgot their Vita at home, too. And I was like, oh, roasting,
no.
dude.
Yeah.
He said, oh, no, they forgot about the Vita or something like that.
Yeah, holy crap.
Jeez. But yeah, I need to buy a Switch, man.
Yeah, same here.
The time has come. I think next week for sure. It's going to be my Christmas present to myself, dude.
Damn.
We're doing it, man. So Breath of the Wild DLC, Soul Calibur 6 got announced. Woo. Very cool. They played the whole welcome to the stage of history.
Oh,
that epic ass
shit.
thing just gave me chills, man. So that's good. They showed a little bit of it at PSX as well during the press conference. So
yeah,
I know that has a lot of fans. Bandai Namco just had a lot of success with Tekken recently, so I'm sure this will be another win for them. Bayonetta 1 and 2 are getting re-released for the Switch. That'd be cool. Bayonetta 2 is apparently the perfect game.
Yeah,
Then it get
like
10s everywhere.
10s almost everywhere. Just I was like, wow, how can a game that's like so focused on a certain genre just get tens everywhere from different various of audience and all that. So I really got to pick that up when I get the Switch. If it's gonna be 1 and 2. And then right after was what the next one, number 3 that they're gonna release.
Yeah, they on the heels of 1 and 2, they announced that they're gonna have number 3 on the Switch, man. So it's not like you have to go back and buy a Wii U to play Bayonetta 2. They said, hey guys, check it out, 1 and 2. By the way, here's 3. Boom. Just blow your minds, man. Switch. Nintendo is winning right now.
Yeah, dude. My pants just flew off.
Not literally, dude. He's throwing his pants.
No, literally, my pants flew off. Not now though, but it was like yesterday or the day.
Oh yeah, when the video game awards were.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, man. If you think about this time last year, where we were as far as the climate in video games, you would have thought Nintendo's taking a big risk with this Switch. It's going to be a handheld. What the hell? Nobody's going to play that, dude. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They need to make another home console and just be great again. You know what I mean? Bring it back to the days where everybody just had an SNES at their house,
Yeah.
Not this handheld console bullshit. Now, Switch is out in the streets. They have the best game in the world in Zelda, Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Bayonetta 1, 2, and 3 coming out. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 just dropped.
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
Nintendo just is doing it good right now, man.
Exactly, and that was the thing. Like, everyone just ratted on them for it's just their version of approaching graphics was like completely in the child, like the old-fashioned way that we used to play video games. And Xbox and PS4, PS3 were all just like taken off because they're with the advanced graphics. But then I think we got so used to all of these advanced graphics. We're like, we're kind of nostalgic of the whole Nintendo side.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I think that good for them for keep pushing their version of video games,
That's true.
And now they're porting over the high def graphics and all that, but it's just, oh my god, I gotta get a Switch.
Same here, man. If they do keep doing remakes too, can you imagine if they do like 3D Mario collection? Like Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy on that shit.
I would be okay if they remade games.
Everything, dude. Yeah,
just do that.
Crazy.
And pay me money because we thought of the idea.
Bringing all those over to Switch. Shit, man. Yeah, that would be crazy.
Oh, man.
Even crazier, though, is Hideo Kojima.
Oh, shit.
And his fucking Death Stranding trailer.
Exactly.
I don't even know. This trailer must have been 10 minutes long. And at the end of it, you have no idea what's going on in this game.
I still don't know.
I think altogether, with all the trailers we've seen in this game, we've seen 15 minutes of footage. Some of it is claimed to be gameplay, right? Like Kojima said, through part of this trailer, I was actually controlling Norman Reedus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was like, what? It all looks cinematic to me.
Exactly. The graphics look super good. So I don't even know where to start with that trailer. What happened? They were choking, then they saw some giant shadows, and the giant shadows walk on their hands because the handprints are gold, dude.
Dude, I was so curious of what their feet look like.
Because all that shows that they're around is their fucking handprints on the mud and shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
So who knows? And I mean, if you don't breathe and they don't find you, which is crazy because I think through the trailer, Norman Reedus says, "Don't move, don't breathe," and those you yourself, you're not breathing either.
Yeah, fuck, I was not breathing.
Tense, dude. Yeah, that trailer is so tense. You're like, oh god,
I got a fart.
But it all goes to shit. It's Norman Reedus and 2 other guys just after a car crash, and they just start getting picked off by these shadow puppet masters and shit, man. And
yeah,
one kills himself by stabbing himself in the stomach like
10 times.
The most inefficient way to try and kill yourself.
Yeah. I mean, holy crap, man.
Whatever. And then he throws a baby in a glass to fucking Norman Reedus.
And then becomes pregnant.
And Norman Reedus, yeah. We go into Norman Reedus' stomach and the baby gives us a thumbs up and we're back in reality.
Oh, yeah. Holy crap, man.
And if it sounds like this is all bullshit, it's real, dude. It's just, Kojima's crazy, dude.
Yeah, he is crazy. He had to even explain it too. Like, what is this trailer about? Even the host was like, I don't know what is going on. Oh shit!
Dude, this is gonna be the perfect game when it comes out.
I bet.
It's gonna be crazy when it all makes sense to us. I think that's when it's gonna be the craziest, man.
Yeah.
And then lastly, actually not an announcement, just the results of our bet.
Oh,
Game of the year.
I don't remember this stuff, man.
So I was getting nervous. I'll be honest. I was getting nervous because RPG of the year, action game of the year, whatever. Oh no, RPG was Persona actually. Persona 5.
Persona 5.
Won RPG, so that's good. Shout outs to them. But I think best action game was Breath of the Wild, which was my bet for game of the year. And right when that happened, I thought to myself, oh shit. There's no way Breath of the Wild is gonna win action game of the year and game of the year, man. They just threw this one at Bone so Odyssey could get the fucking win, dude.
Yeah.
Which meant I had to pay Rick $5.
Oh.
And then they said, game of the year is Breath of the Wild. I was tripping, dude. I was crying right there with the producer of fucking Zelda when he was on stage. Man.
I know, you were like crying.
Yeah, he was. That's cool, though. That's cool to see the passion, man.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. So Rick will still be doing the words of wisdom at the end of every podcast. And thanks for the $5, man.
Golly.
I'll enjoy my In-N-Out, dude. Or my Raising Cane's, since we're up here. Shout out to Raising Cane's, by the way. We've been recommending this place to everybody. And everybody's loved it so far. We should get an endorsement from them, man.
I know. We need to get paid for every person we recommend.
For real. So, all this just got us hyped, right? Because we knew the day after the Game Awards was PlayStation Experience.
Yes.
And they were going to have a special press conference the night before. So we didn't have to wake up super early to try and get in line, even though we still did. Just to get merch. But still, our expectations were set so much higher because of the Video Game Awards for this press conference at PSX. And we'll go into that shortly because we're going to talk about the games we're currently playing, man.
Oh, woo!
So what have you been playing this week, dude?
Nothing but Starbound. But this time I actually did redecorate my ship.
Again, dude?
Yeah, because once I expanded it, I was like, oh, look, I have more rooms. What do I do with these rooms? Okay, let's tear everything down and put it back to where it's completely coordinated because, I don't know, I just like when things are going the way I wanted to. And so I was like, you know what, okay, fine, I need to start finishing the game because I have a feeling that once I get too involved in a different game, I'm not going to be able to come back to this game. So at least I can say I beat the game. So I'm just going through all of the mission stories, and I'm kind of not breezing through it, but it was like I bookmarked everything you kind of needed to progress in the story and just teleported to them and, did the bosses. But the last two bosses, even though I have like guns and weapons and all that, like pretty strong, I actually had kind of a tough time fighting them. You had to like dodge. I thought I can just like stand there and just like keep hitting them, but no, like I think one boss I died 5 times.
Holy
I was like,
shit, dude!
Oh my crap! Like I thought it was legit, but yeah. So now it just shows that the last couple bosses I have to actually level up one more time.
Yeah, man, because we've been playing the game over 100 hours.
Yeah,
and I feel like we've reached endgame planets, where we get all the strong weapons and all the strong armor and everything like that.
Yeah.
Endgame stuff, essentially. So I feel like where I could just stand there with my rocket launcher that has a laser tracker on it. Dude,
yeah.
Just kill shit. But damn, if you're telling me that, I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, you're going to have to dodge while you're tracking your missiles.
Because the last boss I fought was I don't know, the story's pretty bare. There's a monster that attacks, and to beat the monster, you have to find 6 stones, I think it is.
6 or 8 or 7.
Oh, wow. Either way, there's one for each alien race there is. So in each kind of mission, you have to go and look at the race's history and then figure out why the stone is important and where it's at and all that stuff. So, of course, each stone is being guarded by a boss.
Yep. Yeah.
essentially, and
We have to fight the tentacle monster.
yeah. They should really put that gun in Destiny. I'm pushing for it now. I'm pushing for it now, man.
Tentacle gun. It like binds you.
Yeah, man, it slows you down.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. And in order to get it off, you got to melee.
I know you have to hit the things, the tentacles off of you.
Oh shit.
But yeah, you have to beat a boss for each stone you get, and yeah, I've only beat the second boss. And so far, you beat 4.
I think 4, and I think there's like 2 more, or I know there's 2 or 3 more left.
Okay.
And then we have to fight whatever's behind the door. I don't know. I don't know how that story's gonna end. But we think that there might be a culprit. Like why are we even trying to open this door when the gems were purposely spread across the universe?
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
There could be
I just
ulterior
got to
motives.
redecorate my ship now.
No, we're gonna delay that as much as possible so we can build our castles and decorate our ships and stuff, dude.
Oh shit.
But yeah, same here. I think I went over a little bit earlier with what I've been doing in Destiny. Just play a little bit for the Curse of Osiris.
Oh.
Like I said, got to level 25 in 2 hours. I think I played the first story mission,
Yeah.
and that was it. Something you'll never unsee, the new harpies, because there's a new kind of Vex.
Mm-hmm.
The new harpies look like fidget spinners.
What?
You'll
Is it
never-
like 3 of them? Just like
No.
spinning?
It's one, but when they shoot at you, it looks like a shield. You know what I mean? They unfold or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So the new ones, they have like arms and then circles at the end of those arms, so it looks like a fidget spinner,
Oh,
man.
holy crap.
You'll never unsee it. Watch when you get the DLC, man. You'll see
Holy
what I'm
crap.
talking about.
Is that where they got their ideas from? Quick, we need a new monster.
God,
I
dude.
got
Oh,
it. The spinners.
the guy's all like, I wonder what we should make it look like, and he's like using a fidget spinner while he's thinking and shit. It's like, oh yeah.
Oh,
Well, yeah, I only did the first story mission, and yeah, I played that PvP match, and that was it, man. It's kind of liberating not being so tied down by Destiny anymore.
Oh, I know. I thought I was gonna feel pressure to buy the DLC, and I was like, you know what? I'll just put it off.
Because I would have done it. I would be like, dude, Rick, you gotta pick this up, man.
Yeah. I already felt it. I felt it from you and Anthony. I was like, damn, I gotta join this.
But I'm saying, we didn't even do that. We just like,
I know.
I don't
Yep.
have to, dude.
Oh, shit.
We didn't really push it too hard, I guess. And then Starbound, yeah, just building my castle on my island. And
Yeah, his castle's amazing.
trying to
dude.
build an elevator from the island all the way to the core of the planet, dude. It's gonna take me forever, but it's almost done, I think, man.
Nice.
I just gotta build like living quarters and stuff, and I'll have people move in.
All the colonies.
Yeah.
They're gonna be living in the ocean.
Yeah, that's gonna be like a
Nice.
huge reverse aquarium, Right, it's not a reverse aquarium. It's gonna be a huge aquarium, and people are gonna live in the ocean and stuff like Sandy from SpongeBob, dude. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good times. And yeah, I guess I gotta finish the story in that because there are a lot more games that we gotta play, man. Especially after playing some demos here at PSX and seeing everything they're gonna hook up with the VR, man. Oh my god,
Dude, I think the VR is pretty
Shit.
bomb, dude.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, I guess we'll move on and talk about our experience so far at PSX. What better place to start than the press conference, man?
Yay.
That's the most unenthusiastic, but I guess that sums it all up, man. I mean, it started on Friday night, last night at what time? 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock.
It was from 8 to 9:30, and we thought it was just going to be an hour and a half of just hype, I mean, we got in line, and there was just electricity, excitement in the air. I think we lined up at around 5.
Yeah, 5.
5 or...
5:30.
5:30.
Yeah.
And because we are kind of near our hotel, we can kind of see where we lined up last year, and there was like nobody standing around,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we get a text message from Kat saying the line's getting long. I didn't really pay attention to it because we were watching fucking
We were
Markiplier.
watching YouTube. I didn't see it.
So then I'm like, kind of sitting there and I actually read what the thing says. I go, oh shit, she says the line's getting long. So we go down there and we're like, dude, there's nobody out here. What is she talking about? And we turn the corner and that's where we see.
Oh my
a
god,
line.
yeah.
And then we start to feel bad because we were just hanging out with our thumbs up our butts for like an hour and a half, dude. After we got our badges, we like got food and we were just hanging out. And we were like, man, we could have been in line this whole time, man.
Yeah. I thought we were going to be like the first two. We're like, yeah, there's nobody lined up. We can see out the window and see that there's nobody lined up.
Yeah.
And, you know, if anything, we could just go down the street. But that wasn't the case because they decided to put it around the corner on the opposite side of the building, so we couldn't see anything. They didn't tell us like where it's going to be lined up, and you know, seeing that corner, seeing that line, I was like, oh my god.
The fear was there. Yeah, the fear was there for a little bit that we
it.
wouldn't make it in, right? But fortunately, after some time went through, we realized, okay, we're not the last ones in line. You know, the line got way longer and I think curved around inside the fucking convention center and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it got even better when we actually got inside and saw how big the space was. It was a lot bigger than last year, at least where the press conference was. You know, they had a lot more seating. It's in an actual, like, stadium, it feels like, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like a huge stage and a bunch of seats. There's like a second level of seats.
Yeah,
too,
on
you
the
know?
second top. Yeah.
So it's huge. So we sit down. They seat us an hour before the show actually starts, and it's keep getting even better, man. Just the excitement was building up, dude. We worked out that we were gonna try and get M&M donuts and Raising Cane's after, so there was even more excitement. Like, dude, after this, we get to like, you know, go over our experience so far over these great donuts and great chicken, man. It's gonna be amazing, you know.
Yeah.
So if anything, I was excited for the food afterwards.
I was super excited for the food.
That's something with these conventions, man. We like do everything except eat. It's like right now too, you know what I mean? We were like walking around from like 6 until 3 and we ate trail mix and drank Coke. So we're excited for food and all that. And then 8 o'clock hits, man. The lights dim. They play a highlight reel of games. Ghost of Tsushima. What else did they show? They showed Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Which we were excited for, man.
So hyped with that trailer.
I was like, oh man, they're actually gonna show it, dude. You know, just a highlight reel of, you know, God of War, Days Gone, just all the games that we're anticipating. Spider-Man as well, dude. There was a little sprinkling of Spider-Man in there, so that highlight reel comes out and we're just like, oh, dude, I'm ready. And then Sean Layden and some other dude, I don't even know the other guy's name, I feel bad. He was talking for most of the time too, man. Come out and sit down and start talking, dude. They start talking. And you think it's for like, you know, the introduction.
Yeah.
Because they always say like a sentence or two before it starts and to introduce you and to get everybody in the spirits and say, you know, PlayStation, we're a family, and which I said, you know, oh, I love to see my family here and all that. So good vibes, but it was just talking.
Yeah, and that was the thing. They were like sitting in with a lot of furniture.
There's a whole line of couches.
I know, and I was like, holy crap, there's only 2 of them. So I was like, damn, I have a feeling that they're going to have more people come out and sit and talk.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Benefit of the doubt, I know they're going to show a lot of trailers right after this. So, you know, they invited, I don't know, one more person, another producer of a video game. And
Horizon,
yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, we saw like a 30-second trailer, and then it was just nothing but more talking.
No, the one before that too, because they were talking for a good while, and then they said, "Oh yeah, and then we're gonna premiere this new game on VR." We're like, "Oh, okay, cool. We get to see a trailer."
Yeah.
And it's this like VR 4-on-4 first-person shooter, and the whole time they're talking over it. It's not even just a trailer for the game. It's just like playing in the background while they're talking.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, yeah, Rick's right. There was just a set of couches up in front. And you see the 2 people, Sean and the other guy, just sitting up there. And halfway through them talking, me in my head, I'm like, all right, how many more people can they fit on that couch? And I'm counting like how much is available to seats. I'm like, shit, like 5 more people can fit on all these couches.
Yeah.
Sure enough, by the end of the night, they filled it out. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, they announced who else came out? The
God of War people.
Yeah, the God of War like producer, whatever, came out, and they were roasting him the entire time to finish the game, which was cool. That was kind of fun. Like behind every comment, they're like, finish the game.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. But like even before he came out, like, oh, here's the producer for God of War, blah blah blah. The lights would dim and they would play like a short trailer of God of War for like 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
And then he would come out. It's not even new footage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he would come out and they would talk about the game, then Dreams. 2-second trailer of something we saw the night before at the Game Awards. They showed that same trailer for Dreams, and that person would come out and talk about it. I guess it started to pick up after that because they showed some trailers, but it wasn't anything too crazy, right? I mean, a new Monster Hunter World trailer, a couple VR trailers, and then that one with the hole that you control.
Yeah.
I think that was the most fun.
Yeah,
That was the most fun
was pretty
trailer we
cool.
saw.
Yeah.
I forgot what that game is called, but
I think it's Hole. Oh no, Donut something.
Donut County.
Yeah,
There we
there
go.
you go.
Donut County. Yeah, that game, just the art style looks great.
Yeah,
and
that
it
looks pretty cool.
Looks all in good fun. Soul Calibur 6, I guess they showed more footage from, but they still only showed the same 2 characters.
Yeah, and the
Mitsurugi
moveset.
and Sophia, I think.
Yeah.
They just showed more moves from them and just them going back and forth and fighting. Blaze Blue, that anime fighting game, which
Joins up with Persona, I think it was.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Nobody sounded excited for that at all.
I think because I don't know, I was like yawning at this point.
I know, man, because it was
tired.
nothing, especially after that thing. The potential was there, and that whole time too, as we mentioned before, From Software just teased their game the night before, so we're like, oh man, and then reports. So Xbox has their own streaming service called Mixer. It's kind of like Twitch. So the Game Awards were streaming on Mixer as well. And apparently when that From Software trailer came up, they showed a Wolfenstein trailer instead. So that makes sense for it to be Bloodborne, because Bloodborne is only on Sony PlayStation.
Yeah.
So Xbox would never advertise that shit on there. So I think that's what got people hyped up as well. But no mention of that. Nothing of Ghost of Tsushima. Nothing of Red Dead 2. Like, nothing from... I think they teased that something about Sean Layden's shirt or something at the end of the press conference, and we're like, oh, Final Fantasy? Final Fantasy?
Yeah! I thought it was going to be the creator, the comment, and I was like, oh.
And not to be ungrateful, but he unzipped his shirt and it's medieval. And
I was ungrateful.
Legitimately, I owned this game for 2 days years ago, dude, on PlayStation. Shit. I owned it. Traded into GameStop so quick. It was not my cup of tea, man. I mean, the claymation is endearing and it's cute, but
yeah,
I'm not trying to play a remake of that, man. They also had Kojima come out. Kojima was at the Game Awards. He came out again to the PlayStation press conference, and they showed Death Stranding. Now, they didn't show anything new. They showed the same trailer.
Yeah.
From the Video Game Awards, dude. I remember when it started, I told Rick, I whispered to him, I was like, dude, this is like a 10-minute video.
Yeah.
And we watched the whole thing over again. It's not like people had watched this thing 5 times over and over to try and analyze it. Now they gotta watch it again, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Exactly. And then they were like kind of messing up with the translation. He was like answering questions.
Oh, yeah, because they interviewed him after. Yeah.
Yeah, future ahead. And then the guy was like, I have no more questions anymore.
The best part, I think he asked him, oh, so how did you come up with this game? And Kojima totally did not answer the question. When he was done answering like a 5-minute answer, the guy was like, oh, okay, so again, how did you come up with this game? And then everybody laughs like, oh, next question. I was like, whoa, that's so awkward, dude. And then the whole time, Kojima's wearing like one of those tracking things from the trailer of Death Stranding, like on his shoulder. It was so funny, dude. How he was just sitting there casually hanging out with his fucking cosplay prop on his shoulder, dude.
On his shoulder.
Oh my god, it's too funny. But I feel really, really bad, actually. Because I feel like we hyped up
thing for everybody that we invited.
Especially the pre-show press conference, whatever have you. I feel like we hyped it up, and it's not for nothing. Last year was an amazing press conference. If you think about it, they opened up with Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite right after.
Yeah.
They announced Marvel 3 is coming out that day.
Yeah.
I mean, The Last of Us 2 trailer to round it all off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yakuza, Kiwami, and Song of Life, dude, announced, and all those games that are dropping. Let It Die was free that day too. I mean, last year's press conference was crazy.
Yeah.
And then comparatively to this year, it was just meme city, dude.
Yeah, just a lot of talking.
A lot of talking, and there was literally the top like story on Twitter or whatever was there was this guy who was at PSX in the crowd. He's clapping and yawning. And they just had that on repeat, man, and that's just the attitude of the show the entire time, man.
Yeah, I was afraid actually. I saw those camera guys like look at us, so like I would yawn, but I would like close my mouth quickly because I knew
you didn't want to.
I don't want to become a meme or anything like that. But I agree that last year, I just remember the speaker coming out and was like, "Do you guys like trailers?" And then they're like, "Yeah," and then just nothing but trailers, trailer, back to back, and then I don't know. This year it was like, do you like talking? We're all like, I don't know, no. Yeah. And there's just talking.
Not even like low key stuff like Nino Kuni too, man.
Exactly.
Isn't that coming out soon?
Yeah, that, and then like I was thinking like maybe we can see a little bit of Kingdom Hearts because I thought that was gonna be releasing 2018 too.
Shit, we're across the street from Disneyland. Like,
exactly. Yeah. It's like, jeez. So
who knows what they were thinking, man? But at the same time too, last year Sony skipped out on Paris Games Week and Tokyo Game Show, so they could save up all their material for PSX last year. But I don't know, man. It seemed like poorly planned. I guess the best part too was the Detroit Beyond Human demo.
Oh, that was the best.
That was the best.
One.
The creator of the game played the game live in front of us, and
I wonder if he was getting mad.
I think he was. His decisions were based on the crowd's reaction on what to do and stuff.
Dude, yeah, the crowd was trying to fuck up the whole situation.
They were just trolling so hard, dude. Like every time there was a prompt to do something anywhere, like there was a prompt to kneel, and it was like kneel, just yelling kneel. I mean. Yeah, there was like a fish out of an aquarium, and I was like, pick up the fish!
Pick up the fish! Save the fish!
Save the fish! So, of course, he like put the fish in there. And I mean, this guy's probably played this thing like 20 times over. You know what I'm saying? So he knows every outcome of every scenario. And you could tell there's some things that the crowd called out, and he just totally didn't listen and picked something else.
That's the correct way.
And he just wanted us to at least not die or get the little hostage girl killed.
Like the crowd wanted him just to pull out the gun and just kill the guy.
Yeah, man.
And that's exactly what just ended up happening.
Exactly, man. But you know what? For better or for worse, that playthrough of Detroit made me want to get the game, man.
Yeah, it looks really amazing, especially like the different outcomes. Like if you skip something, then your probability is lowered, or
to be successful.
It's going to deviate to a certain ending, and that's pretty cool. And then especially like when they're interacting with each other, like the probability of success was either going up or down, depending on like if you go this way or if you go this way.
The evidence you collect.
The evidence, the gun, and all that. Like if he didn't have the gun, what would happen? He just didn't have that option to either kill him or he has to talk him down.
Yeah. Or if he like didn't investigate the little girl's room, he would have never known the robot's name or anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
The probability of success would have been way lower as well.
I'd be like, John Doe, put the girl down.
So I mean, and I'm a huge fan of Heavy Rain. I platinumed that game, got all 50 million endings in that shit. And it's the same thing, if you missed a little detail or something here, down the road it would affect you. But I feel like even more in this one, it's going to be even bigger,
Yeah.
And the graphics look amazing as well, man. So I can't wait for that. If anything great came out of that press conference, I'm definitely sold on Detroit Beyond Human.
Yeah, especially on a side note that we were able to meet up with one of our friend that we went to school with.
Yeah, Michael. Yeah, man. It's good seeing him.
3rd grade, and then we just like saw him in the middle of an interview.
Oh, because he had just demoed Detroit, and they were asking him how the demo was. And we saw him before. We're like, "Oh, hey, Mike," and he looked at us. He was like, "Oh, hey," just saying that he recognized this, but he had to go through with this interview, and we like trolled and walked behind him like 3 times, dude.
Yeah, behind him. Oh shoot!
But it was good catching up with him, man. And we were scared last week, right, when we were talking about how there was going to be that check-in system from E3 to PlayStation Experience where you checked in to try and get your appointments for playing demos and stuff. Like, oh no, the system's horrible. We'll never get any times in, blah, blah, blah. Well, it opened up. You could start reserving stuff last night, right after the conference, around maybe half an hour after the conference,
Mm-hmm.
And we got into stuff relatively easy. We got into an autograph signing, which was necessary for some rewards out here, which we didn't have to get to, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
We got into a demo for Farpoint, VR shooter. We got into a demo for Shadow Colossus Remake as well.
Yeah.
So we were pretty pleased with that. We were happy that, oh man, it's a lot smoother. It's not crashing as much. There's a lot more time slots, more seats open. This is cool. Maybe this will work out this year, right? So Rick and I play some demos, and the next round of times to go start RSVPing and reserving times to play other demos comes up. And we're trying to play Detroit after talking to Michael especially. And we go in there and we're ready. Hits 2 o'clock, the time when all those RSVP lines open up. We start clicking.
Yep.
And what does it say? It says, "You've reached your limit
for
appointments today." Are you shitting me? When did that become a thing, man?
Yeah, we only had, able to play 2 games in an entire day?
Come on, man.
Oh,
come
so
on.
if you had a lot of games you really wanted to play, you can't play them all.
I mean, granted, not every demo is RSVPable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only like 4 or 5 games on regular demos and 4 or 5 VR demos. But still, you're going to limit the amount of times we get RSVP per day? That's horrible, bro.
That is pretty booty.
Yeah. So, I mean, the next round of RSVPs opens up here about an hour, actually. So, we'll see if we can get into that.
Oh, really?
yeah. For the night appointments opens up at 6. So, we'll see, man. Let's see if we can get into Detroit. If not, then we'll have to reserve it tomorrow. It's going to be stupid. That's so stupid, dude. I'm kind of salty about that, man. Because the whole time we were waiting for 2 o'clock to pop up, we were waiting in line to play Farpoint. And they have a new PvP in Farpoint, which is pretty fun. We'll talk about it in a second here. And we were like, shit, dude, I don't want to be playing while 2 o'clock hits because I want to reserve this spot, So we were kind of stalling. And these 2 people actually cut us in line, which in my head I was like, oh, it's okay, man, because 2 o'clock will come by and we can reserve these spots. 2 o'clock comes by and we can't reserve these spots, and 2 more people cut us. I was like, what the fuck, man? I started to get pissed. It was fucking horrible, dude. So the reservation system was kind of booty.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of booty. But how was that VR demo, dude?
Dude, it was actually pretty sick,
Yeah.
Like, from last year when I played VR, I really enjoyed VR, but, you can see where there's graphical challenges and all that, but, and you can also tell it with this game, too, Farpoint, when you have to turn, not your head, but when you have to turn your actual avatar, your character, you have to use the controller, but it doesn't transition to like a smooth turning. It kind of clicks over, and so I don't know. It's like a stuttering if you think about it when you turn. But moving forward and backward is pretty smooth. Looking around too, there's times when my character was facing like one direction, and I was like completely looking left or right, like my neck was getting a cramp, and I forgot to turn the character, so I was trying to shoot Brent like at looking left. And it's a 1v1 system, and it's just me versus Brent kind of thing. And, You know, like I got the hang of it. Like in the beginning, I was like, oh, cool. You know, I have a shotgun which
Oh my God, I was
shoots
getting
like
murdered.
I
Yeah.
was sniping with a shotgun. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, this is pretty badass. You know, like I'm kicking ass. But then, oh my God, like second match comes along and I'm like winning like half of the game. I'm like, yes, sweet. You know, this is gonna be another win. But Brett figured out the system so fast. Not only did he learn how to shoot pretty good, but he knew how to command all of the units.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like all of the, because basically, you know, you go in the game and you can have allies that you can summon temporarily, and they go and just harass the other player with, I don't know, with their firepower and all that, but he summoned the entire map. Not just one character. I summoned one, you know, like one person to go, and then like while he's distracted on that one person, I like kind of shoot him in the back.
The back, yeah, with the shotgun.
Yeah. But he summons the entire map. Every single time I respawn, dude, I was just ambushed and bombarded by bombs, aliens, sniper. He even had a sniper at the tower. He had two, not just one. Two snipers. And oh my God, just anywhere I spawned, like I would do instant death, KO. So I was like, okay, you want to play like that, huh? You want to play like that? So the third match, I was like, all right, I'll start summoning everything. So half of the match, I summoned like these drones that come and bombard
me, dude.
Yeah. So he was getting wrecked, and that was when I got like the first 4 points or something like that, and I was like, yes, finally, I turned the tide.
4-0.
But
yeah.
No, he manages to shoot down the drones, then summons like this giant ass mech that I don't know where the heck he got from because I didn't see it, and I like died twice just trying to kill that thing. And the third time I killed it, and I was like, okay, and I shoot him in the back, and then so I was like, all right, this is done. This is done. I can turn the tide. He summoned 6 drones.
Just flying, dude.
Just flying. Every time I spawned, there's a bomb. It like instantly knew where I was gonna be coming up, and I was like, man, every single time. There's 3 times I like accidentally killed myself because I'm trying to look up. You have to look up with the headset. So the people in the crowd probably thought I was retarded by like completely looking up with my VR headset, trying to shoot these drones out of the sky. And my aim, you know, I wasn't good at PE, so I couldn't aim for shit, you know. I was like, oh my God, that's why I had a shotgun, you know. But yeah, he took the matches, and I was like, damn it, I gotta get good at this game.
No, man, it's only because I summoned OP shit, man. I think it was funny too because with the VR, there's a microphone and a headset you use, right?
Oh yeah.
And there were like random parts where I could hear Rick's voice. I was like, what the heck? Rick would be like, oh, and I was like, Rick, you hear me? He's like, yeah, man, you hear me? I was like, oh shit, dude. So then by the second and third match, when I was summoning these drones and this giant mech to kill him, I was like, welcome to my world, bro.
My world. I was like, damn it, man, this world is horrible.
I think the MVP for me the second game was I summoned these like Starship Troopers, these bugs that shot fucking bombs out their asses or something. And
fucking
the crazy part is they have aimbots. So no matter what, and it's 1v1, so the arenas are pretty small. So let's say Rick dies. He'll spawn again. The guys I have on my team immediately turn and start shooting in his direction. So I know where Rick is right away, dude. It's so broken, dude. And yeah, I knew I had a hard time killing Rick's drones when he summoned them in that last game. You know, I was like really struggling trying to shoot him down. And I was like, you know what? I see the 2 drone spawns. I'm going to just a bunch of drones. Every time it's like, because they auto-lock onto him no matter where he spawns, man.
Yeah, and then they cover the entire map.
Yeah,
and
dude.
So, like, you're trying to, like, hide behind something. I remember one time I was hiding behind a crate, and I would, like, turn my back to the crate, and I was, like, trying to reload. I was looking down at my weapon to reload, and I turn around. The crate is fucking gone, dude. those drones destroyed it, and they instantly killed me. So I was like, God damn it, man.
It was good times. Though. We had, you know, I guess he was the creator of the game, give us a quick tutorial on how to use the gun. He said, yeah, you can look down the sights. You'll be a lot more accurate. In fact, if you close one eye, you'll actually see, like, the red dot down the sights, and I did that at times. I like really closed one eye on the VR headset and looked down the sights of the gun, and you could really like, just like Call of Duty pressing L2, look down the sights. It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
I did get a little bit of a headache in the game. I think when I tried to counter Rick. So the first game, Rick had a shotgun and an auto rifle. And I had a sniper rifle and an auto rifle. And of course, my aim is trash. So there was no way I was hitting Rick with the sniper rifle. So I was like, all right, dude, shotgun time. And that's when I kind of got the headache, was when, you and I were just strafing in front of each other.
Yeah.
It's like look left and right, but at the same time, try to lead the target and shoot. And I was looking with my head, but at the same time, using the control to look around. Yeah. So that kind of threw me off. So I knew in those situations I just have to calm down and not move my head so much and just move, the controller.
Yeah.
No, but that was cool. Another successful VR experience, I think, for sure. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Eve last year was great. The space shooting and stuff.
Space.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be cool. I think that's the next purchase after the Switch.
Yeah. What was that VR one? Was it Wave Crashers or
which one?
The one that they mentioned at the conference where it was like one of the old games and you're all racing and you're in the cockpit.
Wipeout.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fucking sick.
That's gonna be fun too, especially since Rick had just shared a video with Mario Kart VR.
Oh yeah.
And how people like have to raise their hand in the air and actually throw the shells and shit,
Yeah.
Now you're in the Wipeout ship and you can shoot missiles at people and stuff like that and look around and see who's behind you and shit.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick too.
Hella sick, man.
I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
So we played that. We played Shadow of the Colossus, which doesn't demo that well. We found it out, man, because they don't really explain to you what to do in the game. I mean, I played the game years ago, and I even forgot. I knew you had to, shine your sword in the air to point you in the right direction of where you have to go. You know what I mean? So I finally get there and I'm fighting the boss, and I swear to God, by the time I figure out what to do with the boss, the guy's like, "All right, guys, unfortunately, your time is up." I just started fighting this guy, dude.
Yep, dude, that was the same with me. Like, I was so lost. Like, I was just looking at your screen. I was like, what is he doing? He's raising his sword in the sky. Okay, I'll raise mine. And I was just like, the entire time, I can hear the guys in the background. I was like, what is he doing? So I was riding my horse, just raising my sword in the sky. Because I was lost as crap, And then when I finally got to that point where, you kind of have to progress, like, by climbing, dude, I couldn't climb the first little hill, the little one with the grass. The guy was like, oh yeah, just hold R2 to climb. Yeah. And then I would get to the little top right before the edge. And I didn't know you have to like press X and then R2. But jump. Yeah. So the entire I think it was 2 or 3 minutes, I was just in that one spot just trying to go upwards. And then the guy was like, oh, you have stamina. I was like, oh, damn it, dude. So right when I finally got to my boss, like you said, the guy was like, okay, time's up, guys. I was like, what?
So troll,
oh my God. You could at least point me in the right direction.
I know, man. If anything, though, we got good pictures on top of the Colossus boss. Yeah, man. So we got those in the email. Probably new profile pic coming up here soon. I tried to make it look epic and look up to the skies while I had the sword in my hands in his head.
I think I closed my eyes. I just take it slowly.
I know, dude. And other than that, we just walked around. Really, I mean, I played a little bit of Zombie High School Girl Hunter, whatever that fucking game is, dude. Just for fun, just see how it is. And, I'm almost sold on it, dude. Especially since you can have 5-player co-op online.
Yeah.
We might have to do it, dude. And it's only $40. But that game is fun.
Is it originally 40 or is it $60 online? Because if that's a good discount, if it's $40.
Yeah, no, I think it's 40 in general, even on the PlayStation Store.
Oh.
So, yeah, man, that might be the next purchase. Or the next Christmas gift, man, for everybody.
High school, what was it? It was high school
zombie schoolgirl. I don't know. I forget. I played the game too. But other than that, I mean, we walked around and scanned QR codes, which is the new thing now.
Way.
So last year, when you played a demo or got in line to watch a demo we played or did anything, there would be a staff member at the end who would scan your card or scan your badge with their phone, and it would update your app with things that you've done throughout the day. You know, you'd say you played the Destiny demo, someone would scan your badge and you would get a check mark that said you played the Destiny demo.
Yeah.
You know, you did a certain amount of demos, you got the silver trophy, certain amount more, got the gold, platinum, what have you, and all these. Whenever you played some demos, you got the demo for free on your PlayStation, or you got the game for free on your PlayStation, and all that as well. This year, they left it up to you. You know, we're reading through all the rewards and stuff, and it says, oh, once you scan the QR code, you get a reward. Now, they don't tell you what rewards you get either.
Exactly.
They just tell you get a reward. So you're like, okay, cool. So we're here from the old school, or at least the old way of thinking, oh, hey, we have to play this demo, go to this autograph signing, watch this panel, and then afterwards we'll walk by the code that we can scan. That's totally not the case, dude.
No.
The QR codes are just sitting there out in the open, man.
Yeah.
So I think we were stressing last night about signing up for an autograph signing so that we can scan that QR code. Rick and I show up. We don't even know. It's like for Accounting Plus, a video game or whatever. And so we're really about to get in line. I'm looking at these people scanning this box outside. And I walk out and I scan it and it said, congrats on completing your autograph session. I was like, what the fuck?
No!
You don't even have to go and get the autograph, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing with the demos we played. Didn't even play them. We walked by and just scanned the QR code, man.
Exactly. See, I think that's kind of faulty. You know, like back last year, we had the incentive to actually play the game.
Yeah.
Just for the rewards. But what it did was it made us exposed to all of these indie games, all these other games that you think you would never play before,
Exactly,
just
yeah.
so you can get, you know, like all the rewards and the and all that. But you know, now we just don't even have to play the demo. We can say, oh, okay, that game looks cool, but we'll never play it. You know, now we can just scan it and get the reward.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Or it's like, oh man, there's a line. But you know what? At the end of this line, I'll be able to get my thing scanned. You're like, now you're like, there's a line. I can just scan right here. We're cool. All right, cool. And just walk away. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. The incentive's gone.
Yeah.
You know, especially since Rick and I are collectors like that. So.
Exactly. We're collectors. We have to feel like whatever we're collecting was worth it.
Yep.
You know, they even changed the rewards. I don't see any more like free $10 or 20% off the gear store anymore. It's just like, oh yeah, you get the cool card that we already have from last year.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Who knows, man? It's just really, really different. And like I said, again, I feel bad that our expectations were set a little bit too high, and maybe that reflected to everybody
that we invited.
I know, man. I just feel bad that it's not living up to its expectations, man. But we'll go back out there, you know. We'll see what else is out there, and hopefully it turns out for the better. Hopefully we find Destiny. We should buy some eggs before we go over there. Some tomatoes. Like the old school, like, boo. People just like have vegetables to throw on stage. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. But, yeah, man. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, the first thing we really, really did this year, too, was go get merch, right? We lined up at 6 o'clock in the morning when it opened at 10.
Yeah.
Or I guess 6:30 in the morning when it opened up at 10. Just so we can get into the merch line and buy some shirts. I was really excited for this Bathing Ape PlayStation collaboration that they had teased, and it turned out to just be directly related with Gran Turismo. So that kind of killed my boner a little bit. I thought it was just going to be a general PlayStation collaboration. They had a hoodie and a T-shirt. The hoodie was like $300, dude.
$300.
And I just couldn't go.
A Switch for a T-shirt. Or
no,
a
for
sweater.
a hoodie. Yeah, man.
Go.
So I just couldn't bring myself around to buying it. But I ended up getting the T-shirt, which was like $110. So hopefully I can flip that and get a good profit out of it. But yeah, man. I mean, I walked out of there with 2 shirts. I'm pretty happy with the shirt I got.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You got your jacket or you got a shirt?
I wanted to get the jacket, but I was like, nah, man, I gotta get that Switch. So I ended up getting a shirt. On the good note is I was able to get like Comic-Con tickets for my cousin.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, while we're waiting in line. Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony and But then I was like, oh my god, I'm actually spending money to, my merch money. But the thing is, I got what I wanted from the merch area, and I enjoyed PSX altogether.
So far.
So far. The only my gripe is still the conference and just the way the reward system is.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything is still solid. The games, the people, the vibe, the free gear, the free stuff. Yeah. I still love it. I'm just really excited to go back down to the store and finish checking everything out, because I have a feeling we only checked out like 1/3 of everything, even though we passed it.
We didn't really
we haven't
dive
in or played, or like play those indie games that we will never hear unless we actually get exposed to it. So just looking forward to that. So far I'm enjoying the Raising Cane's too.
Shout outs to Raising Cane's, man. Sponsorship.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because when you see the look on your friends' faces when they've never tried Raising Cane's, and then waking up the next day and they're like, oh my god, I still am full.
I know. And we're trying so hard not to accept the greatness, dude.
I know.
But ultimately, we saw the look in their eyes when they tasted that chicken. We knew.
Yeah, the little magic spark in their eyes.
They were heart of hearts. They were sold, man. They were sold. So, yeah, man. That's our, short little analysis of PSX. Or there's still much more to do, and yeah, we'll wrap it up next week for sure. A nice little package to hopefully our attitude to change a little bit. I mean, like Rick said, the games are always going to be fun. The people we meet are always going to be cool. Shout outs too, man. I feel like there's a lot of people that came on their own, dude. Like when we were waiting in line for Farpoint, there was that guy from Phoenix that we were talking to, and it seemed like he was just by himself. I know we rolled through with like more than 10 people, but holy shit, dude, to come to a conference or a convention by yourself, that's kind of gnarly, but the fact that he was comfortable talking to us, we were comfortable talking to him, is just, that says something, right?
I like that.
Is awesome, dude. Yeah,
that
for
vibe, sure. Like they're getting it, especially these people going out of their way, getting out of the comfort zone, like of their daily lifestyle to do what they want to do, which is play games. And we're all in that kind of community where we're playing games together, just having a good time, and all that. And that vibe is definitely here at the PSX, and especially it's there at Raising Cane's too.
That Southern hospitality, man. For sure, man. So it's kind of a weird week, but do you have any game recommendations for us, man?
So the current recommendation I have, I don't know. The current recommendation I have was Mega Man X, and that was on the Super Nintendo. I just remember every weekend I would go to my grandma's house, bring my Super Nintendo over just so I can play Mega Man X. And you have those quirky bosses, you get their awesome powers, and you get the armor going. It's a really good Mega Man game. I especially recommend that particular game. I think they have it on PlayStation. Do they?
They might have a collection. I think they might have a collection.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the same, but anyways, I remember like they had like where you can do the Hadouken if you collect all of the armors,
and the Shoryuken as well.
The Shoryuken, yeah.
Was that like a one-hit kill?
Yeah, they're one-hit kills. But the only thing is you had to have full life. So I remember I would like stack up on like 4 things of like life things. Every time I would miss the boss, I would get hit and then just replenish my life. Yeah. And just breeze through the story. I think you can do almost every boss one-hit kills.
Yeah.
The one that was tricky was like a spider that keep going up to the ceiling. So you only could do the Hadouken like on the floor and shit. But Mega Man X, that's very nostalgic, and it's still a really solid game too. If you like those kind of graphics, the graphics is still really good. I think that's when the whole X series started branching off at that point, where you have like Zero and all that, where you can be able to control them. But definitely recommend Mega Man X.
So I'm gonna copy Rick on that Capcom vibe. I just got reminded because we got the bags today, but I'll recommend Dead Rising, man.
Oh, that's right.
You know the first one. The first one is where all the charm is and where everything's just brand new. You can get the Mega Buster in that game, which is super OP.
Oh, damn.
But to get it, spoiler alert, to get the Mega Buster, you have to kill 50,000 zombies.
50,000? What
I think
the
it's an ode to
fuck?
like old zombie movies where the Night of the Living Dead, I think whatever town that movie took place in, the population was 53,194 or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So if you go through one playthrough of Dead Rising and kill 53,194 zombies,
Wow.
you get the Mega Buster. And I remember farming for this because the game takes place over 3 days, so you have to kill all these zombies within 3 days. And the most efficient way to do that is to take a car, go to the parking garage, and just drive in circles and kill zombies. Driving around in circles and shit, man. And I think even if you just did that for the entire time you're playing the game, skip the story, skip the side missions, it would take you like 2.5 days to kill that many zombies before you have to leave, And then on your new game plus, when you play the game again after killing those zombies, you get the Mega Buster and you just get to fuck everybody up.
Damn, this is legit.
Yeah, man. But no, that game is super fun. You get 3 days to run havoc in a mall and try to figure out the deep-seated conspiracy of why there's zombies in Willamette or wherever it takes place, man. You play as Frank West, photographic journalist, and it's just good times overall, dude. The story is like stupid funny where it counts. There's multiple endings, little actions you take can affect what happens in the story. It's the best of every world in video games, man. And the gameplay is okay. Wait, I'm trying to think if the gameplay is clunky or not. No, the gameplay is pretty smooth. I don't think it's like Grand Theft Auto where if you turn a corner, it takes you 5 minutes to turn a corner. You know what I mean? You have to run, rebalance, and then turn that way. No, I think it's pretty fluid. I mean, that game originally came out for Xbox. It's on PS4 now, so you can definitely check it out on there. I think Dead Rising 4 is what these bags are for.
Yeah.
So it's continuing, man. Continue on PlayStation. So that's good to hear, especially since it's a great game. So yeah, that is it for us this week. Next week, again, we're gonna wrap up PSX. We still got another day and a half, man. We still have a few more hours left in this day to check it out. Yeah. And from the sounds of it, it looks like it's emptying out a little bit. I don't know if you... Oh, no, you don't have your phone, but Dustin just messaged, and it sounds like it's emptying it out a little bit over there. So maybe we might get a primetime playing. And then we got 30 minutes until the next check-in, so hopefully that RSVP still doesn't fucking kick us out, man. Or we are limited and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have a better PSX wrap-up for you guys. Maybe also talk about what else happened within the week. But until then, Rick, some words of wisdom?
This words of wisdom comes from Bua himself. But it is, let's not mess with anything, but do what you want.